So, students, now we will start our new chapter, which is surface chemistry. Basically, surface chemistry deals with the phenomena that occur at the surface or interfaces. The interface or surface is represented by separating the bulk phases by a hyphen or a slash. For example, the interface between a solid and a gas may be represented as solid gas interface, or you can also write it as solid slash gas interface. Okay, so due to complete miscibility, there is no interface between the gases. The bulk phases that we come across in surface chemistry may be pure compounds or solutions. The interface is normally a few molecules thick, but its area depends on the size of the particles of bulk phases. So, many important phenomena noticeable amongst these being corrosion, electrode process, heterogeneous catalysis, dissolution, and crystallization occur at interfaces, and the subject of chemistry finds many applications in industries like analytical work and daily life situation. Okay, so surface chemistry is finds a very large application in every field. So to accomplish the surface studies, it becomes imperative to have a really clean surface under very high vacuum of order 10 raised to the power minus 8 to 10 raised to the power minus 9 Pascal. It is now possible to obtain ultra clean surface for of the metals. So solid materials with such clean surfaces need to be stored in vacuum, otherwise these will be covered by molecules of the major components of air, namely oxygen and nitrogen. So students, in this unit you will be studying some important features of surface chemistry, such as adsorption, catalysis, and colloids, including emulsions and gels. Okay, so let's start with our chapter first. First of all, uh, there are two terms in the chemistry. Surface chemistry is used. One is your adsorption and one is your absorption. So basically, adsorption and absorption can take place simultaneously, and if they take place simultaneously, then it is known as sorption. Okay, so basically, sorption is the process in which adsorption and absorption takes place simultaneously. First of all, absorption word is not new for you. Absorption word, you know what is absorption. This adsorption word is a little new for you. So first of all, what is this adsorption? So basically, students, accumulation of molecular species at the surface rather than in bulk of a solid or liquid is called adsorption. Okay, so basically, adsorption is the process in which the molecular species attaches itself to a solid surface or to a liquid surface, just at the surface of the solid, not in the bulk. Means the molecule doesn't go inside the surface, it just attaches itself on the surface of the solid or the liquid, adsorb it, and otherwise it does not goes into its bulk, or you can say that it does not goes inside it the surface to which it is being adsorbed. Okay, so this is known as adsorption. Okay, So basically, there are a few terms which are used in this adsorption process. One is your adsorbate, and other is your adsorbent. So first of all, what is adsorbate and what is adsorbent? First of all, what is adsorbate? So basically, students, the molecular species or substances which concentrate or accumulate at the surface are termed as adsorbate, and the material on the surface of which the adsorption takes place, okay, it is known as adsorbent. Okay, so the surface on which the adsorption takes place, surface at which adsorption takes place, is known as adsorbent. Okay, and the substances which accumulate on the surface are called adsorbate. Okay, so the substances which accumulate are known as adsorbate, and the surface at which they accumulate is known as adsorbent. Okay, so in the beginning of this topic, I had told you about sorption. So sorption is nothing but the process of adsorption and absorption taking place simultaneously. So basically, what is the basic difference between absorption and adsorption? Okay, so what is the distinction between adsorption and absorption? So basically, students, in adsorption, the concentration of adsorbate increases only at the surface of the adsorbent, while in case of absorption, the concentration is uniform throughout the bulk of a solid. For example, you can take the example of a chalk. When you dip a chalk into an ink solution, then in that case, when you will see that the upper surface of the upper face of the chalk, surface of the chalk changes its color, but when you break that chalk, inside it remains white. Okay, so this is what we called adsorption, when the molecules just concentrate on the surface, not in the bulk. But if you can take the example of a sponge, when you dip a sponge in water or in a bucket, you can say water bucket filled with water, then you will see that the water molecules move inside the sponge also. Okay, and sponge absorbs the water throughout it. Okay, so this is known as absorption. Okay, when the molecules move inside the surface is known as absorption, and when the molecules of the absorbed material remains at the surface, it is known as adsorption. Okay, so basically this is the difference between adsorption and absorption, that in adsorption the concentration of the adsorbate is only at the surface, not in bulk, but in case of absorption the concentration is uniform throughout the solid, or you can say the liquid. Okay, so this is called absorption. So this is the basic difference between adsorption and absorption.